The call comes at 3:17 a.m. When machines are doing my breathing for me, and pain has reduced the world to a narrow, white tunnel. "Mr. Hale," the voice says, careful, professional. "This is Detective Armand. We need to ask you some questions regarding a stalking complaint filed against you." I stare at the ceiling tiles. "Count the cracks. 1, 2, 3. "I can't walk," I say. Silence. "She claims you followed her for months," he continues. "Across 3 cities. I close my eyes. "I haven't left Toronto General Hospital in 11 weeks. They bring the papers the next morning. My name in bold. Her name beneath it. Neat, confident, dates, times, locations I've never seen except on postcards. Surveillance stills, grainy, distant, of a man who looks like me if you don't look closely. She always said we were soulmates. I remember that now, lying there with tubes in my arms and a scar still fresh along my spine. She visited twice, both times brief, both times standing, never sitting, like the room might contaminate her. "I can't see you like this," she whispered. I thought it was weakness. It was rehearsal. The betrayal isn't loud. It doesn't crash. It settles. Heavy, methodical. I replay every conversation, every delay in her replies. The way she insisted I keep my location on for safety, even when I couldn't move my legs. The detective asks if I have an alibi. I laugh. It hurts. The investigation begins without urgency, which is its own kind of threat. I don't confront her. I don't defend myself publicly. I let the accusation breathe because lies need oxygen to grow careless. From my bed, I start collecting facts. Hospital access logs, nurse shift reports, medication timestamps, CCTV from the ward hallway. My phone records, outgoing, incoming, dormant for days when pain erased time. I request transit card histories, border records, anything with a timestamp and no imagination. At night, when the ward quiets, I think about her stories, the cities she chose, places where she knew I had no footprint. She was always precise like that, strategic. She used to call it intuition. I call it planning now. A private investigator visits me, sits where she never did. He listens, nods, asks the right questions, leaves with a list and a promise. Days pass. My legs twitch again. Sensation returns like static. The story she told grows louder online. Concerned friends, empowering captions, a fundraiser. She cries on camera, eyes red, voice trembling. I watch without sound. The truth arrives in a folder thick enough to bruise. She didn't just accuse me. She replaced me. While I was learning how to sit upright, she was traveling with him, my colleague, my substitute at work, the man who took my meetings temporarily, the man whose build matches mine from a distance. They staged it together. Shared flights booked under corporate accounts, hotels paid in cash, photos uploaded after being stripped of metadata. But they made one mistake. They reused my cloud credentials to access old location data, forgetting the hospital Wi-Fi logs sync automatically. The timestamps overlap perfectly. I ask her to visit. She comes smiling, practiced concern draped over her like perfume. I slide the folder across the tray table. "Explain this," I say. She doesn't open it. Not at first. Then she does. Her hands shake, just once. "That's not what it looks like," she whispers. I nod. "I know," I say. "It's worse." The confrontation is quiet, surgical. I don't raise my voice. I let the evidence speak. The access logs, the financial transfers, the messages she forgot to delete. I show her the stills of them together, cropped from reflections she didn't notice. Her breath quickens. Tears appear on cue. "You ruined my life," she says. I almost admire the audacity. "You tried to ruin mine," I reply. "From a hospital bed?" I've already sent copies to the detective, to her lawyer, to the board at work, the fundraiser platform, the university she teaches at, with a note about ethics. I don't threaten, I inform. She leaves without saying goodbye. The charges disappear in 48 hours. Her apology arrives by email. Long, emotional, useless. He resigns, quietly, no explanation. I take my first steps down the corridor. The same day her name is scrubbed from the case file. Each step is deliberate, painful, mine. Weeks later, I'm discharged. Outside, the city moves like nothing happened. That's fine. Some truths don't need witnesses. I delete her number. Then the photos. Then the idea of who I thought she was. What she gave me wasn't fear. It was clarity. And that lasts longer than love ever did.